All right, let's see what's going on, man. I've been waiting. I saw Logan Paul deleted the apology. I saw my guy Coffee said he needed some time to even just put his thoughts together to even be able to speak on the subject. You know what I'm saying? Because he got called out all out of character. Like they literally tried to tarnish his legacy while like not trying to allow himself to be brought down. So I mean, I can commend Logan Paul on apologizing, you know what I'm saying? And also taking back that BS apology in the beginning. But we still got to see what's going to happen, man. We still got to see what's going to happen. And I really want to hear what Coffee has to say. I love you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed already to the channel, I don't know what to do with you guys, man. Really. Get your life together, all right? Let's see what's up.
Well, it's finally over. Logan Paul apologized.
Coffeezila, you're slimy as f. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, more like an internet criminal.
Oops, wrong video. That was the first response. He actually apologized in another response.
It's like a little gnat. It's like a little annoying gnat. It bothers me. The defamation lawsuit. That is.
Yeah. This is what got me too, bro. The fact that he doubled down in the impulsive episode that came out later on the day too. Like, oh my God, it was crazy. And George and Mike. I mean, I don't know why I expected anything else, but George and Mike both decided to allow him to keep speaking the way he was speaking about him in this situation. It's crazy, but we should have known from the beginning when George and Mike weren't even involved in it. All they did was help promote it through the impulsive show, that they weren't going to like stand on it, and also that they weren't speaking up on how much of BS it was. You feel me? I don't care what it happens, bro. When something public like this comes out and your boy is out here in the public, drown that nigga in the light as well. You feel me? Because he drowned them in the light. That's how I'm feeling. They got a lot of hate too. And I wonder if he spoke on that.
This is wrong. This is wrong.
Hold on, wait a second. That's not it either. Turns out it's actually on his secondary channel. That's why I couldn't find it. It's entitled, Thank You, Coffeezila. It's the third response from Logan Paul, and it's a pretty big change in Logan's attitude so far.
I didn't even see this. I thought he tweeted it or something. I kept seeing like screenshots of stuff, but I never saw the video. I thought you just couldn't, I thought it couldn't be watched on Twitter or something. Like it got deleted or he deleted it. I didn't know what happened. All right, let's see.
So let's see what he has to say to us.
Coffeezila is not a criminal.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought Logan was going to hire me. But in all seriousness, this video does have some major admissions in it I want to go through. For one, Logan apologizes to me.
I called him. I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire and ego.
Not only that, Logan also pledges a $1.3 million refund plan for people who bought his NFTs.
I am personally committing 1,000 ETH to this, which is about $1.3 million.
In addition to that, he also promises to finish CryptoZoo, which was left abandoned.
And then step 3, obviously finish and deliver the game as outlined in the white paper.
Now, I'll be honest, this is a big change in tone, and honestly, a lot of this is good news. It's great that victims are going to get something back.
Sounds
Logan
good to me.
seems to acknowledge his continuous lapse.
Why do I feel like he's about to just completely like just dump on like everything? Like I don't know why, but the way this is going is it seems like he's gonna be like, but, and then it's, oh man.
In judgment, he's not suing me, which is also cool. And frankly, this new response is just way better than his last two. I think we can all acknowledge that, while also acknowledging that it's not really a perfect response either. There are still major problems here. Like, for example, many of the victims just have been ignored in this response. A lot of accusations have gone unanswered, and worse, Logan still seems to be playing the victim a lot. So in this video, I'm gonna do my best to give Logan credit where credit is absolutely due, while also sharing moments where I think this apology fell flat. And let me start with a positive. For example, I think if you were an outsider who is not affected by this scam and you wanted a reason to love Logan
Hold on, chat. Let him cook.
Paul again, I think this nails it. I mean, he's giving back some of the money, he's apologizing. So if you're a card-carrying member of the Low Gang, you can rest easy here. Logan says he's sorry, he says he's making things right, and I think that's the point of this video, is to speak to his core audience, to tell them he didn't scam anyone, and for what it's worth, I think Logan succeeds here. The problem is, I don't think I or the CryptoZoo holders were who Logan was really addressing here. And this is where the response falls more flat, because he doesn't adequately address the real victims of CryptoZoo, which I think they're rightfully angry about. And I wanted to spend some time talking about that because, again, they've been the heartbeat of this whole story, and they feel very differently about this response than Logan's core audience does. They don't feel like it's enough. And I want to talk about why. starting with the $1.3 million repayment plan. Because obviously this is the strongest part of Logan's entire response, actually opening up his wallet. And I don't want to minimize that in this video. I just do want to put it in context because $1.3 million is a lot
Hey,
of
help
money.
me out. Wait, hold up. Help me out. Hold up. Help me out. Is that not enough? Is that not enough, Coff?
Unfortunately, the scam was much bigger than $1.3 million. So the fact is, most victims are not going to be made whole by this plan. Just in Zoo coins alone, blockchain evidence shows $7.7 million was stolen by Logan's team, depending on who you believe. And this refund does nothing for those victims. It doesn't even apply to the holder of Zoo coins at all. You get nothing if you bought this in-game currency. This refund only applies to current egg holders. So they can cash out that NFT for the initial mint price in crypto, which matters sort of because crypto has crashed a lot. So even though people spent $2.5 million on these eggs, in order to refund all these holders at mint price, it now only costs $1.3 million in today's money, which again is nice, but doesn't do enough because the Zoo coins were most of this scam. I mean,
Oh, I didn't even like some in my head didn't even like equate to trying to like think that out, you know, at all. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard like the mill and I was like, okay, he about to give up a mill of his own bread. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. But 7.7 M's and then thinking about, okay, cool. He said he's giving it an E, which means like he said, like people are losing value. So people aren't getting paid back at what they lost before the crash. They're getting paid back at what it is now. It's kind of trash. That is, hey, hold up. Now that is kind of trash.
I mean, that's where most of
But I think too, where Logan kind of messes up is he doesn't, unless Coffee's about to get into this, he doesn't say anything about like what's going to happen to those guys. And if they're ended up like going to court for this stuff or whatever, are they going to end up having to like pay some type of restitution and pay back that 7Ms, or how does that all work?
of the money was spent wasn't just on the NFTs. It was on this in-game currency, which Logan seems to have no intention of refunding. And his response for why is pretty bad. He responds to somebody who lost $80,000 who told him, "I hope this isn't just doing what you have to do technically to not get sued." Logan replies with a screenshot of his white paper and later explains to another member of the Discord, "I believe there has been a misconception here. As outlined in the white paper, Zoo was created to support CryptoZoo and was not intended to be an investment vehicle. When you sold or bought is not my decision." And look, to be fair to him, there was a misconception that Zoo was an investment vehicle, but it's a misconception that he created.
Yeah, because he literally said that it's a game. It's where you can make money or whatever playing a game. He said that you were going to be able to make money. And then it came out that even once you like put your stuff in there, you can make like money in the game, but you can't actually get that money out and do anything with it. It's only meant to be used in the game. Dang. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. He got to answer for that. He got to answer for that. Because that would piss me off. Because he telling me like, oh, I'm creating this game where you'll be able to hatch eggs, trade, and do stuff like this on the crypto market. I should be able to make money off of my crazy like designer egg, no matter how much money I spent on it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's the one who said CryptoZoo was a fun game that earned you money, and how it earned you that money was that your NFTs earned you Zoo tokens. You know, things that were supposed to have value. That was the whole point of the game. So to suggest that these coins weren't advertised as valuable or an investment vehicle is insane, especially since Logan's own team had rules for selling based strictly on the value of said investment vehicle. Quote, rules for selling. No selling until a $200 million market cap. So I think it's fair to say if Logan's own team were buying Zoo coins early, waiting for them to go up in value to a certain level and then selling them, that sounds like an investment vehicle, albeit a very stupid one. So this explanation definitely doesn't hold water, and Logan obviously just doesn't want to be on the hook for Zoo coins. Instead, he just kind of wants to refund the much smaller part of the NFTs. What makes this even worse is that this refund doesn't even apply to everyone who bought these NFTs, because some of these people sold their NFTs at a deep loss thinking that CryptoZoo was over, that it was abandoned. And there's actually a way you could have tracked this whole thing, or Logan could have, and, you know, found a way to repay all the people who lost money on eggs. But instead, this refund only applies to current holders.
Wow, it's almost like It's almost like if you thought that he was scamming you and you decide to run for the fences because you didn't want to lose all your money, then it's like he said, fuck you. But if you stayed down and listened to no messages, got no responses, you just held your stuff and lost your money like an idiot, then he's like, I'll try to help you out. That's kind of, wow.
Meaning nobody who sold during the year and a half this project was abandoned gets anything back, which is a large percentage of the actual victims. And this is pretty bad. This was brought to Logan's attention by one of the people in the Discord. Joao says, quote, Logan Paul, what will happen to the people who sold everything at a loss when the project appeared to be, quote, abandoned? Will everyone who minted be able to get that refund, or just the current owners? Now, in reply to this, someone in the Discord said, if you sell, you lose.
Oh, no, come on, man. Come on, man. See, people be trolling, bro, playing games with people's money. I bet Vincent probably didn't even actually put any money in. He's just there to try to make people's lives harder for the people who actually believed in it. Like a lot of people did, bro. I still to this day, like even with like Jake and Logan, I be giving excuses for Logan and for Jake because I feel like when I was just starting to like get into this whole YouTube stuff, I followed both of them and I was like, yo, like they're doing crazy stuff. And time after time, I was like, oh, they probably didn't mean to do that, or oh, it was probably just bad business. And now that the shit's like in your face, you have nothing else to say for it besides they just fucked up people. That's just really what it is. There's nothing you can say about it. Like you can't be like, oh, people make mistakes. Like, nah, their intent was to scheme and do wrong by the people that and take advantage of the people who like actually love them. Like for somebody like Logan who got this much retribution, it's sick. It's sick that he would even think that it was okay to even do the people that stuck around with him this long after the BS had his back through the suicide forest stuff, through all that crap. Like, it's crazy that he would even think that something like this kind of ploy would even be okay to do. Like, it's hella disrespectful. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Common investing knowledge. And Logan replies, seeming to agree with this idea, which is just kind of a terrible perspective for Logan to have when he seems to be saying that he wants to refund these people, and he's the reason a lot of these people left. And this is where Logan's new apology starts to ring more hollow. It's in all of the follow-ups after the response video, because I don't know if he can help himself from betraying how he really feels about this.
No, he can't help himself.
In another Discord exchange, Logan says, please do not put any more money into CryptoZoo, which, by the way, is quite reasonable to say. But
I thought he was dropping it again.
Says, guys, can someone explain what he said with not investing? But rather than replying, oh, guys, I just meant like I don't want anyone else losing money, or, you know, I don't want anyone else recklessly gambling, Logan replies instead, quote, I will no longer be the scapegoat for anyone's financial decisions.
Bro, you literally told people that this was going to be like a game changer and told people that this was going to be epic. And then when everything got hot and the pot started boiling over, he ran out of the kitchen and left all of the people that he led. This is like if Jesus brought all them niggas when he said, was it Jesus or was it Moses that split the water, my nigga? Like, which nigga was it that split that part of the Red Sea? Imagine that nigga was like, hey, you know what, bro? Hey, you know what, man? We'll get halfway across the sea. I see y'all are almost making it. Y'all saw me open up this goddamn sea. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw me open this up and lead y'all in here. But hey, I don't know if y'all can't walk or if y'all can't make it, like just because y'all believe that I would actually help y'all, like that's not my responsibility if some of y'all don't make it. Like niggas is weird, bro. That's hella weird. This is what I'm letting y'all know right now, bro. You can't believe nothing that this nigga says. You can't. And he is literally just a bum. That's what it's gonna be from now on, bro. Bro is a liar. Bro is not out here for people's best interests. He's a terrible person. That's just what it is.
Which is a wild response for someone who's claiming to refund people, because it implies that he thinks he's the victim here. And this is just insane to say as the face of this project, which got everyone involved, because I think it betrays how he feels about this situation. He doesn't seem to see anything wrong with advertising a game that will make you money, it never delivering, millions of dollars being stolen by criminals he hired. And then when all of those people want their money back, he feels like he's the scapegoat. Like, oh, these guys shouldn't have believed me when I advertised to them a fun game that will make you money. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, Logan had a simple job to do. All he had to do was just come out, apologize, get as much money back for the victims as possible. But he himself can't help but play the victim here. In fact, I have a third example of how Logan might really feel, because Logan tweeted right before this response. He says, quote, "The Matrix is real. Pray you never become its target." Now, I guess he's trying to channel Andrew Tate here unsuccessfully, basically saying like, I'm getting attacked, not because I did anything wrong or scammed anyone. I'm just too much of a truth teller. I'm just an enemy of the system. That's why I must be getting attacked. But if that's the case, we then have to wonder, did the Matrix force you to apologize? Did it force you to hand back 1.3 million? I just think comments like this go so far to undercut his apology.
Let's be honest. Why? If you don't think that it's, nigga said, I don't want to be the scapegoat. Like, if you don't think that it's anybody else's problem that you told people and then scammed and pulled out of everything, then go handle that shit in court. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I think people need to back Coffeezila. People need to get behind him, and they need to take this nigga to court. He needs to take two of the biggest investors, and they need to take him to court. That's what I would do. Take him to court. Take him to court and let them see how it plays out. That's what I want to see.
Because it's very clear that instead of actually like caring about the victims, he feels like he's a victim. I mean, he's
more
saying,
than a victim. He feels like he's the only one that got hurt out of
Who's
all
the
this?
Matrix though, Logan? Like, is it your fans who got robbed? Who are the agents coming after you? I know it's not me. I know you're not saying I'm the Matrix here in my $10 million studio. Because after all, you're thanking me. You're thanking the Matrix. Like, what is this response? It's so childish the way he speaks about this stuff. And again, this isn't to be dismissive of Logan's actions if he follows through, because there is a lot of good that 1.3 million
if he follows through.
And you know what? If he goes back and he finishes the game, that's also good. But it's just so frustrating when the good that Logan seems to be doing, he's doing the bare minimum of at the last possible second with motivations that seem to be, in the proper context, to say it lightly, irreparably tainted by self-interest. Now, I'm not going to address Logan's other two response videos, which are mostly like attacking me, because Logan sort of walked those back now. He's apologized. He said he was going to delete them. I think he deleted one of them. The other one's still up. I don't know if the impulsive episode's going to go down. Either way, it's just much less interesting now that he says he doesn't like mean it anymore. He's not going to sue. So I don't feel the need to publicly defend myself. If you're curious about all the wild stuff that was wrong in those first two responses, I'll put the video live on my Patreon, but I didn't want to release it at the time because I thought there was a better chance at getting a good ending for the victims here if I was a bit more diplomatic with Logan at this critical juncture when he was deciding whether he was going to give money back or not. I don't know if I succeeded in moving the needle, but that was certainly my intention. Either way, now that Logan has responded with his plan, and I've given my perspective on how much
America,
I think
not
it's
in the
rooted
UK.
in, you know,
it's gonna fail in America if the
versus
only
a
face it has
genuine,
in America
you know,
is
attempt to
is
help
Logan
out the
Paul.
victims. I think this is about as much as I'm going to be able to contribute to this situation. I mean, I do think it's incredible that even $1.3 million came of this, while I also can acknowledge that it's not nearly enough for the real victims of this. I'll follow up in the future to make sure that he actually gives that money away. But for now, I think most of the CryptoZoo victims, if they're still hungry for justice, are going to have to take it up with Logan in ways that are different than I can do on YouTube here. Which, by the way, I think some of them are. In fact, I just saw a lawyer on YouTube, Attorney Tom. He's going to start the legal process going after Logan using stuff like the arbitration clause in their terms of service. So I just wanted to say, if you're a victim of CryptoZoo, you can check out that video, which I'll link to you if you want.
Oh, please, community.
Or consult with a...
Please, community, get behind this, man. Please get behind this, man. Let me know. Please send a donation link. Let me know how we can help the homeboy lawyer out here, because, oh my God, so at some point in time, somebody's got to answer for their fucking bullshit, man.
A lawyer,
Somebody's
because
got to.
I'm sure for the people who lost a lot of money, this is certainly not the end for them, because they didn't get a full refund, and I'm sure they'll be seeking one. But even though it's not the end for them, it is the end for me for now. This is the end of the CryptoZoo saga, and I wanted to say and give a huge heartfelt thank you to everyone who viewed this and supported me throughout this. It's been insane, the level of support when Logan was threatening us, and I do not take it lightly. There is an alternate universe where if that hadn't happened, Logan would feel emboldened to sue me and probably not give much back to the victim.
Exactly. He would have definitely kept going at him, bro. Shout out to Asmund, bro. Shout out to Penguin. Those are really the only two I really know in that whole thing. H3, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them and all the other homies. But that's crazy, bro. That's big crazy.
So it's your support that made all the difference and got the victims at least something. So that wraps it up. Thank you for watching.